Clinic number 27 in Tijuana is the biggest family medicine clinic in Mexico. A full 30% of workers in this border city and their families come here when they have a cold or joint pain, or the most common ailment, when they have symptoms of diabetes.
That's basically one of the critical diseases we have here. Obesity and diabetes is rising, their complications are rising, and every day it's from younger patients.
70% of Mexico's adults are overweight or obese. In recent years, the country has competed with the U.S. for the unflattering title of fattest country in the world. And nearly 13% of Mexico's population has diabetes. Excess weight and lack of exercise fuel type 2 diabetes, the most common kind.
¿Cómo está? Bien.
A nurse at the clinic weighs Armando Huerta and checks his glucose level.
When you find out you're diabetic, it feels like your whole world falls apart.
Huerta found out he had diabetes 2 years ago.
Mi forma de comer antes pues era sentarme y comer.
I used to eat a lot of fried stuff.
Chicharrones,
Muchas
tortillas,
a lot of tortillas, mole, and always with soda, any kind of soda.
La soda,
We Mexicans say it helps you burp and feel better.
Para poder sentir a gusto.
But that feel-good effect can mask long-term damage. According to Harvard researchers, drinking 1 to 2 sugary beverages per day can increase a person's risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 26%. Mexico is trying to get a handle on this public health crisis. Starting this year, it slapped a 1 peso per liter tax, that's about 7 cents, on sugary drinks. Revenue from the tax is supposed to fund drinking fountains in public schools and health education programs. It also added an 8% tax to high-caloric foods like potato chips and cookies.
Taxation, just like it did for tobacco, is the most effective way to get people to change their behavior.
Barry Popkin is working with researchers from Mexico's National Institute of Public Health to document the effects of that country's sugary drink tax. Their preliminary results show that during the first 3 months of 2014, purchases of sodas and other taxed beverages declined by 10% compared to the same time period in 2013. But purchases of untaxed drinks like pure fruit juice and milk went up 7%, and purchases of bottled water went up 13%.
Essentially, people were substituting plain water, the healthiest beverage we could drink other than milk, for sugary beverages.
Con Mexico, the major consumer product industry group, admits that sales are down, but it says sales of consumer products are down in general. The industry group says the taxes aren't working.
The soft drink companies have ran all sorts of promotions trying to keep up their customer base since the sugar tax went into effect. And they also sell a lot of bottled water. And Coca-Cola recently introduced this product in Mexico. It's called Coca-Cola Life, and it's half stevia, half sugar. And we'll see if it catches on.
Public health advocates say if consumers do start choosing lower sugar sodas or smaller sized sodas, that will be a victory. Still, some people in Tijuana just don't think the tax will make much of a difference. Juan Valle says sales of Coke are up at his family's Tijuana store, even though it's more expensive.
I don't think taxing a product is going to do a lot of educating the public. I just don't.
In any case, many Mexican consumers here in the border region have a way of getting around the soda tax. They just shop in the U.S. Berkeley shoppers hoping to avoid their new soda tax could do the same and shop outside of the city, and they wouldn't even need a passport. Jill Replogle, KPBS News.